Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be dedicated to Inside Mari, Boku wa Mari no Naka, Chapter 70, Kakiguchi-san. And we come back to seeing Mari's father kind of coming home after a long day of work and avoiding home. And it's like, he's thinking to himself, what the hell is Eriko thinking? I went out? That's it? What is she playing?
What is she doing? Because I am literally curious as to what's going on.
Meanwhile, he's calling out to Shinji, who we can assume is the brother. Yep. And then he walks in on Mari, Yori, and little brother, now Shinji, playing the game.
Yeah, video games for the win. I can't. You know, it's unfortunate I can't actually see what they're playing, but it seems to be.
It looks like a shooter game.
Or just
maybe Metal Slug.
Because I see a time. Sorry.
Maybe Metal Slug.
It actually might. Kind of resembles it. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, the father reacts to Mari saying, "Hi, welcome home." It's like, and Yori's like, "Thanks for letting me stay." Like,
remember who's talking. It's supposed to be the Komori personality. The fact that she is so readily saying "Dad, welcome home" is kind of disturbing.
I mean, wasn't she doing that anyway when she was faking being? Well, she was faking being Mari at the time, but still.
But you could see her being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This one's happy.
Yeah. Maybe it's like she's like, you know what? Fuck it all.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, so it's like, you're okay now? There's still some fried rice in the kitchen, and Yori's spending the night. Also, one thing that kind of threw me off for a moment there was the brother calling her Kaki-chan, which I'm assuming is Yori, because that's Kakiguchi.
Yeah.
But still, I was like...
So, you're not catatonic. So basically, the father's like, you're not catatonic anymore.
Yeah.
But
and also, it's like, he tries, like, listen, about your mother leaving, but they all ignore him.
Yeah. Here comes the boss.
Yeah. And then we have bad time with Yori. Like, Yori-san, and you see her in the door, it's like, not creepy at all. It's like,
I mean, oh my gosh. So the fact that she sees Mari, like, outside of the door, so you see how the blurred silhouette of her, it's just, it's disturbing.
That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Oh yeah, you think of Psycho?
Yeah. But it's like, it's like still. She's just leaving a change of clothes for her. It's like, okay, thanks.
And Yori's like covering her breast, like, oh, don't want to let her see me.
Gotta still be able to be a bride later. Excuse me.
And she goes into like a fetal position. Just, I guess she's contemplating about everything. And so then we switch back to everyone, to those two in their room, and then Mari's like, "Good night, Yori-san," and then she says, "Good night, Komori," because we have to remember this is the Komori person. It's so weird because if you look at Mari's face.
Yeah.
It's so solemn, like.
Yeah.
It's very.
And then
it's not Komori. It's not Isao. It's something.
Like, something else. It's largely Komori, but something else is kind of kicking in here, and we're about to see that in detail here in just a few moments because she calls out to Yori. It's like like she holds out. She opens up the blanket and asks if she wants to sleep together.
But look at her face. Look at her face.
Yeah. She's in lie down mode.
Holy shit. Oh, yeah.
And it's like, Yori's like, wide eyes, like thinking about it, and then she starts getting that part dumping away.
It's like I'm about to have sex. Oh, this is pretty close to it, though.
Yeah.
And it, oh my gosh. These panel, like, so she
They're
like.
also bubbly.
I know, but she raises her hand, to invite basically Yori, and then they get together and they hug each other inside, underneath the blanket, and then Yori's like, come on.
I am so happy right now.
Yeah, but interestingly enough, she thinks of him. No, to her, it's Sal. So it's interesting that she's basically now given into the fact that she loves this personality, because she hated this guy.
Yep.
And she loved the original. Well, not the original, but the original Mari, but not the original personality. So the original Mari. So she says, "Komori, you're warm."
Yeah, and then Mari kind of ruins it by calling out the wrong name in bed. Only in this case, he's calling Yori by the wrong name, Kakiguchi-san. Like, and Yori's just looking at her in shock, like, Mari? And then Mari promptly falls asleep.
Interesting.
It's like in that weird little moment right before she actually falls asleep, like Mari kind of comes back out.
Yeah. So yeah, let's look back. When she says First of all, she's as we all know, you're usually happy about this whole thing, and you actually see an interesting type of scenery where it's just like bubbly, like just like white pillows. It's actually the scenery actually does make you feel comfortable. Like if it makes you feel like you actually want to like fall asleep. Kind of like me because because of my weird sleeping schedule. But
I'm sorry, what? I nodded off for a second there.
So anyway, and then when she says Kakiguchi-san, you can see just the face. That is not a Sao in there. And maybe I'm thinking that the reason why
what I'm liking here is the fact that Yori can immediately recognize this now.
Well, I mean, yeah, but here's the thing: is that it's interesting. It's a reversal. Remember, she lied down with Mari, and now that she actually sees her, it's actually like a surprise. Because she thought it was with Komori, Yasao.
Yeah.
So it's interesting how the role reversal is being played here. How now it feels like the lie down Mari is the third party, the third wheel in this case. And although the fact is, we knew that even though she didn't really say the Kakiguchi-san until she was about to fall asleep. The fact that she would would Sao actually invite Yori into his bed? Like that's something Sao wouldn't do, right? That's against that's not his personality, right? He wouldn't do that.
No,
and
at least not when he thought it was like Mari's body.
But what I'm saying is that it seems to me that this new Sao is like he has got some characteristics of original Mari in him, already. Because just look at the face when she says, do you want to come in and sleep with me or whatever, and the whole thing. Like in fact, why would Asao even care about the mom, right? I mean, does Asao actually Asao didn't even know anything about the mom really? I mean, he was told about her by Yori, but remember when Eriko, Mari's mom, went away. He was acting as if Mari had heard the news, not if he had heard the news.
And I hadn't really thought about it in that particular sense, but yeah, there's something to that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's Sal.
If it's not he's acting if it's not his problem.
Yeah, exactly. He would care, but he wouldn't care as much as the way he wouldn't care, and he wouldn't give a response the way he did. And it was as if he had experienced all that trouble, as if he could remember, as if he was original Mari who had who had an understanding of what was going on with her, as if he suffered because of the mom. But it was so basically. It seems to me that, and of course, the way he was acting towards the dad, the fact that we see that really weird warped silhouette, it's like showing that it's making you uncomfortable.
Yeah, something is happening.
And the fact that the way he talks and the way he the face on Mari, everything just seems to me that this personality, while it is still mostly a Sao, has a lot of the characteristics of the original.
Yeah, you're right about that, I think. So, like I said, something is happening here, though. Like, there's definitely some weird little shift going on. So the question is, like, just what will it affect in the next couple chapters, though?
It's interesting that he even just a few seconds before he said Yori-san, but it's literally right when he falls asleep is when he says, I'm saying he, this is thing, I'm just doing that, but is when he says Kakiguchi-san.
Well, it's because we're talking about the different personalities at this point.
I know it's just kind of weird that I'm switching because I'm still saying Mar. This is weird because I'm switching because we all know it's the same person. It's the same.
Yeah.
Person. But the fact that he said it as he's falling asleep. What happens when you fall asleep? You go into you lose consciousness, right? So maybe at that kind of interval is when the Mari personality can kind of come out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe when Hisao is exhausted or not thinking properly.
Or when he's falling asleep, because that means his consciousness is now it's out of the driver's seat, right? In that interval, he's half awake. So he's not. So that's when that's when you're still awake. So and he's not sleeping, but because he's out of the driver's seat, that's when the Mari personality can come in and for 1 second just show that she's there. Although I'm a little confused as to why it seems to me like the Mari personality is taking over, but it's I thought Mari personality understood that it was that Yori it was Isao who should return back to Yori. Well, they had a talk, and so it didn't look like they were in conflict anymore. Because it seemed like they were in conflict at first. it seemed like Mari.
Well,
Was
they weren't
okay.
exactly in conflict here either. I mean, they were kind of going after the same thing.
Well, I mean, before the reason I said conflict is because remember she erased Isao first.
Yeah.
But in terms of what happened after when he came back, it seemed like she was okay with him existing and she was okay with him coming back to Yorei. So it doesn't make sense to me that she would try to take back the body, you know, or
Yeah.
take over. If anything, she brought him back.
Yep.
So my guess is she brought him back because Yorei was calling her so much. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing. The author is doing this whole thing with the Mari personality, kind of coming like interchanging or at least influencing the Sal personality. Because I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Try to exit. And there's also the outstanding matter of just what's going on with Eriko, the mommy titan.
You know, what the hell is she doing?
I know, it's like, I mean, did she actually run off and go commit suicide or something? Or because at this point I'm beginning to wonder.
That would make no sense.
Yeah, she's not really in the personality mindset for it, at least not from a Western perspective.
Well, not even that. It's like she's still in a point where she thinks she's doing the right thing. It's only the suicide thing would only make sense if she realized and had the guilt of what she had done. But she hadn't went through that yet. We didn't see a reaction. So like remember when Yori said you're ruining her, she was still in denial. So it makes no sense for her to do anything rash regarding herself because she still believes that she's in the right.
True.
So I have no idea what she's doing. I don't know if she has like a boyfriend, a secret boyfriend, or I don't know.
I wouldn't think so.
That'd be such a stupid.
She could have gotten one, just run out and done something like that, maybe.
Again, that's stupid. Why would? That's just. I mean, first of all, I hate old jewelry, so I would hate that plot line to be even in this manga because I'm a big fan of this manga. I would just hate to dirty that storyline with something like that. But even then, it's just like it would make no sense. Like just get high or get drunk this one day. Like, it seems so crude just in this type of situation.
True.
And
it still feels out of character for the mother anyway, so I'm kind of doubting it myself.
Yeah, the mother doesn't. It seems out of character, and it happened on the fly, like literally the same day. So it's not something like she planned it. But she going back to her mom's?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Like back to her mother's?
Yeah. I don't know. I really have no idea what Eriko's doing. And she said she was going out, so she shouldn't be gone for more than like a day.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the ultimate question is will she come back? And yeah, I mean, we're pretty much assuming she will because drama. Because drama.
I mean, we still need her to confront about what she did, and we can't have that without her being there, and she has to be alive first. So she gotta commit suicide.
Alright, so I think we have everything else we need ready to go here then. Is there anything else you wanted to bring up as far as this chapter goes?
Yeah, Crunchyroll. Now don't block off the chapter so quickly.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean, if they leave it up for like a week or so and then do it, the chapter kind of came out with weird timing for us because like, we'd already done our recordings for last week and then it came out like over the weekend. Yeah. I think it was like there on Monday.
Well, it was just a Monday, right?
Well, yeah, So either way, it hasn't even been 7 days yet.
It hasn't been 7 days. They normally give 7 days to release the chapter. Before they block the chapter off, and they did it after the author decided for whatever reason to do 2 chapters of happiness. I have no idea why.
I thought you were about to say like the time they released two chapters in close proximity, and they did it on the last one, second to last one.
I mean, he would. I mean, I remember the last time. Yeah, they did 2 proximity, so they did it at the same time. So they actually blocked off the first chapter that they released immediately before they got the second chapter. But I don't know why the author decided to do happiness. I will say though that happiness seems to be ramping up in terms of plot. I can't say I can't say that I'm liking I overall like the manga right now. I mean I'm liking what's happening, but there's still a lot of shit that I don't know if I am into yet. But so right now I just kind of wish he was doing more Inside Mari. But if it's just this one time, I don't really care. I just hope he doesn't do like 2 chapters of happiness and 1 chapter of Inside Mari. Like I hope that the once every 2 weeks route schedule is still maintained. Because I know he does 2 mangas at the same time a lot, so I get that. But I really do hope that Inside Mari is not like second priority.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's better than happiness for right now. Um, oh, yeah.
Right, so I think we're good to go here then. That has been our review of Inside Mari, Chapter 70, Kakiguchi-san. Go ahead and take us away.
Bye.